living off the grid. Sagittarius, I think some of you guys are living off the grid right now because, first of all, we got the Eight of Cups with the Hierophant reversed on the board, but what I saw when I picked up the energy of these cards was a bed of hay. Like if you were living in a barn, like if you were just living in like a storage shed, you know? And that's the vibe that I'm getting to. Eight of Cups is like you left home. And then the Hierophant reversed is like you're living like nobody else lives. Like not in a traditional fashion, like you live in a barn, like you live in your car, right? And I saw a couple other things. I saw a plain old table, like a little like a coffee table, very plain. And I think that is the point. It's like your living situation is Spartan, or that's how you have to live if you're going to be living off the grid. And then the last thing that I saw was earmuffs and gloves. So maybe you guys don't have heat. Maybe you guys are, like I said, roughing it, and you need to actually bundle up even when you're in your house. Now, this could be something you're considering too. So, take it as it resonates. Let's pull some more cards off the top and see what else we can find out. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Wands. Well, the King of Wands makes a lot of sense. It's like, I'm living the way I want to live, even if it is living in a trailer, a van, living out of my car. And the Wheel of Fortune actually is saying like it works for you. You get more time. You get maybe even more money because you're not paying rent. You're living out of your car and you don't mind the drawbacks. So with the Queen of Pentacles, there is a sense that you don't mind. There's a sense that you don't care. And that you're kind of living it up anyway, like, because you have so much time, you got earmuffs and gloves on, you're living out of your car, but you just get to hang out and do nothing all day. You just get to relax all day. So there's a sense of it working for you, you living the way that you want to live, but it either requires you to go off the grid, or it did require you to go off the grid, or it will require you to go off the grid in order to live in this way. On the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. It's interesting because Temperance is normally taking the middle road, which is not what we're talking about. We're talking about going off the grid, right? That's not the middle road. So let's see what we have here. The Magician with the Three of Pentacles. I think this is where you guys are at right now. You guys are at the point where you can consider your life is fairly stable, Temperance, and you have the ability to kind of like consider these things. Like maybe I'm ready to do something different. Maybe I'm ready to take a little bit more control over my destiny, the Magician. And, make some choices. Leave some things behind, Ten of Swords. Like I said, leave home, leave my job, leave my town, leave the concept of living in a house altogether and live in a trailer. All right, let's pull Oracle cards, find out more information about who Sagittarius is. Tell me more about what's going on, and then at the end we're gonna pull advice. So stick around for advice, even if you know what's going on. So this is just more reiterating stuff you probably already know. What else is, okay. Scorpio, okay, so there is, it is cold. It is cold, Scorpio. Something about it is painful. Like I said, something about it is like you're roughing it, or you would be roughing it, going off the grid. The number 7, all right. Number 7, I'm gonna need, okay. Yeah. Again, you can take it. You can take it. Yeah, you're roughing it. Yeah, you're cold. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you got blisters. But you can take it. It doesn't matter. Because the 7 with the King here, it's like you're above all that little stuff. All the inconveniences don't affect you. And that's all they are. And yeah, they may be painful to some people, but you brush it off. Because like I said, you get to be the king when you live this way. And you can kind of like, all of the stuff becomes small. All right, on the bottom we have Aries, which again is very much like individualist. So it would be like living in your own unique way. Living out of your car, not normal. Actually, I know plenty of people who do that, but not plenty. I know a few people who live out of their car. And it's not, I guess it's not normal, but it is a lifestyle that works just fine. All right, let's pull advice. See what we can come up for you guys. All right, should Sagittarius go off the grid? What is the advice here? What is the advice for Sagittarius regarding living in this unconventional way, living in this way where you're not really reliant on society? This could even be like going, like disconnecting from like modern medicine, from the Western medicine, trying something totally different. that could be it as well, because the Hierophant a lot of times is like a doctor-y figure. Anyway, 5 of Wands. Okay. 5 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. If you haven't gone off the grid, this is saying it's worth, like, the difficulty. 5 of Wands is, yeah, you gotta haul ass. 5 of Wands is, yeah, you're cold and you have to shovel yourself out of your car, shovel your tent. Maybe you're living in a tent. And it's difficulty. There are difficulties involved. 5 of Wands, but like it's worth it. And you get to, again, it's almost like as little as you have more. Less is more. Look at this. Less is more. The Sun with the 10 of Pentacles, living out of a tent, having a tough life. It's like it's your best life. 10 of Pentacles. It's your best life, and it's like you have all this nature around you. That's just one example, but it's like for you living in this unique way that might by some other people be like, oh, that's lesser, that's inconvenient, that's terrible. It's more. You get more out of it. All right. So if you haven't done it yet, do it. If you are doing it, then you already know this. Okay. Let's see what we get out of the Oracle cards, and then we will close out your reading. Anything else here for advice for Sagittarius? Anything else for advice? Oops, something flipped. Hold on. Now we got the chair. Advice. Hold on. Maybe don't rush into it. Let's see. Oh, no. We have the chair, which is also the throne. When it's with the crown, it's the throne. So you have the chair and the throne. Man, talk about a perfect fit, right? It's like you do, and we have the king from before. So it's like, if you want to have your chair, you are the king. If you want to really have all the things that come with being king, then the advice is to live in this unique way and go off the metaphorical grid, right? So live in this way that even if it's not, you're actually going off the grid. It's like live in this way where it is completely disconnected from the norm. That's how you get your crown, and that's how you sit on your throne, basically just living your best life. That's all this is talking about, living your best life. On the bottom, we have Neptune. Neptune with the nut and the door. So yeah, I think you are considering this because, again, this is part of a belief system. This is a new belief system. So the nut is something new. Neptune is what you believe. So maybe this is a new belief. You're like, wow, maybe I can do this. Wow, maybe I can live off the grid. Wow, maybe it's okay to live weirdly, to live in this unique way that most people would think is terrible. I think it's a new concept. It's a new idea. But seize it. Seize this idea because it's the key to living your best life, Sagittarius. Okay, that is your reading. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to check out Patreon if you want to see more of these readings. And with that, I'll see you next time.